Yeah, that was one of the first things we realized. You need to actually invest at least a tiny bit of something.
Gotta get a Yeti, man. Everyone has the
Yeti cooler.
If you're serious about it, you gotta get a Yeti.
I'm pretty sure my brother has a Yeti, and so I might steal it from him next time I go home, because I don't think he's really using it.
That's a good idea.
Yeti's big.
I'm sure he's not using it.
Oh. He was recording music for a while, but I don't know if he's been doing that lately.
In Spanish?
Yeah, his guitar speaks Spanish.
Guitar only plays.
He's playing Santana music only, so he can learn his Spanish better.
He went... God, Peru. No, Chile. He went to Peru.
You got it, Peru, yeah. Yeah, my brother. So this is my twin brother, actually.
Yeah?
Who's also like 5 inches shorter than Steve.
Yeah, we're very fraternal. We're very fraternal.
Is he happy
They're
about
exclusively
I mean,
brothers.
he's still 6 feet tall, which is so funny because like he's still like taller than average, but he's just kind of known as like the shorter one when people like see us together and stuff.
Lil Webb.
But yeah, he just went to I guess not just, but he was on a 2.5 month trip to Peru, like just by himself, just like chilling.
Whoa.
Yeah, no real plan other than to do a little bit of sightseeing.
That's cool.
Because he's been practicing Spanish. And so he was there for 2.5 months, and he was telling me how cheap it was. Like his Airbnb for a month was $300 and every meal was $1.50.
Wow.
And also, right when he got off the plane, he had 3 different people come up to him on the street just saying marijuana, just trying to like sell him drugs.
Oh.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit of like a cheap wonderland.
It's got everything you need.
The dollar goes farther over there.
That's so, yeah, it really does. The family he was with loved him. He was like a king over there.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Did you go abroad or do traveling, Steve?
Me?
Yeah.
I went on Birthright. That's
Birthright, yes.
Whoa.
We saw so many posters about that in Towers.
Yeah. Yeah, I went through Yukon at the Hillel. Do you remember the Hillel Villa?
Oh, I've been there. I practiced dancing there once.
Yeah. So I am barely Jewish enough to go.
Okay.
But apparently some Jamaican guy was able to go.
So you were like, I got this.
I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't really have to worry about it.
Dude, I had a friend the other week asking me to go on Birthright with him.
Yeah.
So I feel like, and I'm 0% Jewish.
Did you get a +1 on Birthright?
I didn't, but there's a bunch of different programs, so
Whoa.
maybe. Me and my sister went.
I just have to find someone who was born right.
Yeah, how convincingly Jewish would I have to like be or act or look?
You guys have the same beard and name.
Well,
That's true.
You're not balding enough, really.
You don't. It's receding. It's getting there, dude. One of these days.
Have you heard about 4 Hymns?
Our newest sponsor, yeah, 4hims.com/fellas.
I really want to do ad reads on this where we do our take on some of the podcast ads you hear all the time because, of course, we have no sponsors, so there's no liability, I'm sure, in saying that Blue Chew works wonders.
You should make up a sponsor. Just make up some fake company that you
Plumbus?
that you always plug at the end of your...
Steve Kowalenko's Plumbus R Us.
Thanks
Plumbus
once
R Us.
again to our generous sponsors. But wait, I want to hear about Birthright. Tell me how it was.
Yeah, so our criteria was that you have to have a parent who was Jewish. So Judaism passes down technically through the mother.
Yes.
So my father's mother was born Jewish.
Okay.
So he is Jewish from his mother, and technically I have a Jewish parent. So that's how me and my sister went.
Is that like 2020, it doesn't matter what gendered parent you have that's Jewish? Is that like progressive policy change, or is it just kind of lax rule set if it passes through the
think
mother?
they're trying to get people to go, they want as many Jews in Israel as possible.
They're lacking
so
Jews,
that you vote in favor?
So that you give up your life in America and you live there.
Yeah.
That's right. They're recruiting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. At the end of it, they're like, extend your stay, why don't you?
Yeah.
2 years, 5
2
years,
5
forever.
years. We'll find a place for you.
Another thing I've heard about Birthright, and I want you to tell me if this is true, is that they really kind of like covertly push you to start like hooking up because they want more Jewish babies.
Whoa, really?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like I've heard of like losing your
That's the best school
virginity.
trip there is.
I've heard of like losing your virginity on Birthright like being a thing.
People definitely hooked up.
That's crazy. I did not know that part of it.
Yeah, they're trying to they're trying to get as many people there, get as many babies born there.
Yeah, it's a good reason to stay.
Is that technically a selective breeding program? Because it sounds like you're edging it.
I don't know.
Gray area. We'll come back to that.
Circle back.
So did you go to how long were you there?
8 days.
8 days. Did you do cultural sites and religious sites and tourism?
Yeah. So the whole country is about the size of New Jersey. So we just loaded up in a big bus and saw basically everything there is to see.
You can see Jersey pretty quick.
Welcome to all of it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. It's a really diverse place, though. Interestingly enough, we spent some time in the Mediterranean. We went up north and we looked up. We went up on a mountain and our guide was like, "Hey, you see that shitty area over there? That's Syria." We took a river raft ride down the Jordan River. Then went to the Dead Sea. I learned a lot.
Did you float?
I floated.
Hell yeah.
I was also acutely aware of my anus.
Whoa! How so?
Salty?
Well, I mean, it's salty enough.
You have taste buds down there, right?
Taste buds down there.
Whoa!
It's like you ate a huge spicy hot wing meal.
Okay.
Throughout the whole last day, and you just as long as you're in the water, you're feeling it.
But it's salt purifying your bunghole.
It's a very clean.
Is this why you brought up that fact the other day that you have taste buds in your butt? Did you discover this, or did someone tell you? Because it sounds like you stumbled upon it naturally.
I got so curious after feeling my burning butthole that I did a little Google.
It's kind of like a burning bush, right? This is very biblical.
Yeah, this is a spiritual land. I'm sure that's why the whole area is very holy.
Yeah, dude, the Dead Sea holes.
It wasn't
sea holes.
Yeah, no, it wasn't at all. Kind of ruined by the tacky gift shop.
Oh, really?
Like 3 feet away, selling Dead Sea mud. Dead Sea, yeah, you buy it. You can't rub the Dead Sea mud on yourself. What everyone does is they rub that mud all over because it's not salty. It's supposed to be good for you.
Yeah.
But there's no fucking mud. If you're walking around on the beach at the Dead Sea, the ground is made out of salt.
Whoa.
If you go into the water, there's just salt crystals, like little rocks of salt.
Yeah.
Oh, just precipitated out?
So you don't think that they're getting
completely saturated.
Can they dig below the salt to get mud?
That's what they do, and they sell it.
It can't be salt all the way down. So yeah, okay.
That's what they do, and they sell it. They tell you if you get any on your eyes or any in your eyes or face, you have to go to the hospital immediately.
Face at all?
I'm guessing because they don't want it to
get to your eyes.
Yeah, let's just draw the line a little bit cautiously.
Don't go under the water, none of that.
Okay.
And I didn't test that shit out.
That's a great plan, honestly.
Yeah, that was probably the most interesting thing, honestly.
That sounds so cool.
It felt weird being squeezed out of the water. You had to really try to submerge your body any measurable amount.
Whoa.
I can't really imagine.
Is that comfortable? Would you be able to fall asleep like that, or is it still I'm still in
Absolutely.
water?
Absolutely. Have you remember Stranger Things season 1?
Yeah.
Where they put the little girl in the little salt bath.
That's the isolation
neutral
tank.
buoyancy, right?
Yeah. Well,
that's what isolation tanks are for. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Yeah, so that was fun.
That tracks.
Climbed some mountains. Some people had a little on-the-spot bar mitzvah where they threw candy at them.
At them, I like it.
We went to the Wailing Wall, and a bunch of white girls were taking selfies at it.
Of course.
I don't know what the Wailing Wall is.
It's the Western Wall.
Oh, whaling with W-A-I-L.
Yeah, no, people weren't hunting
the New London Whalers have a wall over there.
Yeah, dude, my city is so into the idea of whaling. It's so strange. There's just
I honestly was imagining a wall with a bunch of old harpoons now.
Dude, I live in the downtown, and there's
in New London.
Yeah, in New London, and there's so much art all over the walls. It's super cute and cool, and little shops with cool art. But dude, there is whale iconography everywhere, dude. I guess that's really what got my city going. We're just killing a shitload of whales. I've never even seen a whale in the harbor.
We're a whaling town. We always have been, and we always will be.
My father was a whaler, and my father...
His mother was a whaler.
And his father before him.
Yeah.
We're whalers on the moon.
Oh, God.
What the hell is that?
We carry a harpoon. Futurama.
Whalers. Oh, yeah.
That's a Futurama.
I'm not that deep in Futurama. I used to watch that show a lot, though.
When I was younger, that's a memory. I haven't watched it recently.
Dude, the saddest episode of the show, and this is not an unpopular opinion.
The dog.
The dog, dude. I saw that when I was in middle school, and it fucked me up.
Yeah, they play a sad song over it.
We're way past a minute. Feel free to swear.
Yeah, we're okay. And then the dog just sits there until he dies.
No, well, they went back and they retconned it.
Yeah, that's right. They cloned him. Yeah. They found his fossilized body.
No,
also sad.
In the reboot movie... In the reboot movie, they made it so that Fry came back and took care of the dog as a what is it? alternate identity or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Aw.
So they kind of
Thank
overwrote
God.
that.
Holy God, that
So
stuck with me.
That makes me happy, but that also lessens the impact of the
A
dog
little
dying.
bit. Yeah. It was a
Watch
pretty
BoJack
episode.
if you want animation to make you sad.
Dude, I should watch BoJack. I like
Jacques been pushing me to watch a lot of
BoJack's. I
BoJack.
just finished it. BoJack is really good.
I love
I'm
that
in
dark,
season 4
depressing
now.
shit.
It's really painful, honestly.
Oh, I want to watch.
That makes you look inward. It does.
I want to feel emotional pain from a cartoon about a talking
Didn't you
horse.
say
man.
Assassination Classroom made you feel something?
Dude, the end of Assassination Classroom actually choked me the fuck up.
What
And
is that?
So Assassination Classroom is this anime, and the premise is that there's this like strange alien squid monster thing, and he blows up 3/4 of the moon, and then he comes down to Earth, and he moves at like Mach 5 speeds, Mach 20 speeds. So
Mach
like
20, yeah.
bullets can't hit him, like fighter jets can't, like basically like his reactions are so fast, and he's like.
A squid?
He's like this big tentacle thing
With a big smiley face for a head.
Yeah.
So like Watchmen.
and so kind of exactly, like picture that as his face. And so they he says, in a year I will destroy the earth, but in that time I want to be a teacher.
Okay.
And so they say, okay,
They cut a
fine,
deal.
because they really, like, the government has tried everything to like
just-
kill him. And so what they do is they put him in charge of this class of like reject students. Like they're like all like failing out, like they're the lowest of the low. And he
The deal is he can't harm students, but
Yeah,
the government
exactly.
tasks them with killing their teacher.
yeah, and so they're like, look, kids, you are the only ones that can get close to him over this next year. Like, you got to figure out how to assassinate your teacher.
Wait, this is an anime?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so for the next year, they're all constantly like doing these like schemes to like try to like assassinate him. And he's teaching them. And meanwhile, he's the best teacher they've ever had.
It's incredible.
He's so supportive. Like, he like pulls on all these like kids' strengths and makes them all like the best versions of themselves that they can be.
Even when they're trying to kill him, he like critiques it and corrects it gently and
Yeah.
makes them better at it. It's incredible.
And so the show, I watch it. It's so silly and ridiculous. And the end of it actually had me like choking up. And then the next day, I just wanted to watch like the last scene again. And I was just like laughing to myself. So I'm like, fuck, it's getting me again. Like, I'm short of breath just rewatching this on my phone.
Why does he want to destroy the Earth?
Does he explain that?
he
'Cause
does-
I'm halfway
funnies
through and
or
he
what?
hasn't explained it.
It eventually does explain it, but in the beginning,
It
like,
was a pretty good prank.
he
I gotta
doesn't,
admit.
yeah, but in the beginning, he like doesn't really have, he doesn't, it's a mystery, like why or who
He's
he
just
is
like,
or
yeah,
where he
but I'm
comes
gonna
from.
do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's crazy.
So that's a recommendation for you.
Yeah.
Assassination Classroom.
Yeah, it's not too long either.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like 40 something episodes, I think.
That one's on the list, and I need to catch up on JoJo because both of you are way farther than I am. They talk about stands, and I don't know what it means.
Oh yeah. So Stans basically replaces Hamlin
It
as like the power
stands next
system.
to you,
Yeah.
But they don't all stand, right?
but they don't.
Some of them don't have legs, yeah, at all. They get very creative with stands.
Yeah.
Sounds like Pokemon turning into garbage bags and lawnmowers.
It's nuts, dude, yeah.
Essentially, yeah. Everyone has their own individual Pokemon that
Yeah.
follows them around, and they can.
sometimes stands, sometimes it
Sometimes
doesn't.
they stand.
All
A lot
right.
of them are named after classic rock bands.
Yeah. Dude,
I'm glad they kept that going.
so
AC/DC.
I don't think this is like a plot spoiler, but dude, the second to last villain's name is Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
And dude, for whatever, dude,
Wait, how far up are you? Did you watch Golden Wind?
no, I haven't watched Golden Wind. I finished Diamond is Unbreakable and didn't like it that much.
Did not like that either. No one likes that one.
Dude, I hear different, but
Really?
I'm glad that you agree.
I thought a lot of people hated that one. I
Yeah.
fucking hate it.
But what was I saying about?
Vanilla Ice.
Oh yeah, for some reason the translation like tried to hide that.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know why. They called him Cool Ice in the subtitles. I was like, I
Yeah.
can hear this Japanese person very clearly saying
very clearly.
Vanilla Ice.
I don't care why they did that for a lot of it.
Oh god.
Maybe people won't take it seriously if we call him Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah,
A lot of great anime out there.
yeah.
A lot of great everything. Too many great video games, and I've gotten hooked into buying a bunch, but I'm not playing through them all like I should. Just enough to get smacked at Smash Bros. By you two every time one of you decides
Dude,
to
you
show
won a
up.
bunch of those games.
Only with luck.
But okay, this might be a harsh transition, but speaking of nerd shit, we were all at little board game party tonight, and I played Settlers of Catan for the first time.
An excellent game, may I go on record as saying.
For years, all I've heard about Settlers of Catan is like, dude, it's so much fun. Like, oh my god, you bust out the fucking Catan and we're having a party. Like, that's all I've ever heard about it for years now. And I played it for the first time, pretty middling on it. And I want you guys to sell it to me why you think it's good.
I think the reason that it was so funny, but not the most fun game experience, was because we played Democracy instead of Dictator. You had 3 or 4 people driving every team, which means for every trade you had 6 to 8 people bartering over one hand of cards on either side.
Yeah, it definitely froze the economy.
It was chaos, but it was also very funny.
I would agree. I think it's the kind of game that, like, you play it a little more and it gets a lot more streamlined.
Okay, that's good, yeah.
With like 3 or 4 people who know how to play the game, it moves.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
That was the longest I've seen it go. The 3 or 4 rounds I've played before all lasted between like 35 minutes and an hour. That was 2 hours and 15 minutes, and we didn't quite finish.
Wait, yo, Steve, did you win? Did you guys finish the game?
We didn't win. Technically, no one won.
It looked like you guys were going to win for a long stretch. And then Ben kind of goofed up a bit.
Our team?
Yeah. I thought
we actually came close.
Yeah.
We had 9 points.
Oh, yeah, you were right. You got as close as you could possibly get.
Yeah. But there was a lot of teaching, so I don't know. I also think it is genuinely a little overhyped.
Really? Okay. Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah.
A lot of things are. But yeah, okay. Maybe I'll give it another shot in a different environment one day.
With fewer people, it might be
an
easier sell.
A little alcohol.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's the thing, too. Dry work events. That was interesting. We had all of our coworkers, Steve.
That was a packed house.
Steve, too.
Yeah.
We had, 8 or 9 of our coworkers, and then 3 or 4 spouses, our boss and his wife, my Steve from home, 2 of their separate friends.
Fire hazard.
Oh, it definitely was. It was packed.
We almost ignited the room just with body temperature. I stepped outside during the middle of it for a little bit.
Oh, really?
I needed to cool down.
I was trapped where I was.
Yeah, you
no
were.
Chance to
you guys were buckled into that game.
Dude, I was sweating in my flannel. Oh, my God.
But, boss Steve, the third of 4 Steves at that work friend party, negotiating over Catan was honestly worth it, having everyone on that game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was funny. Him and his wife were opposites.
Yeah.
He was so fiery, and she, like, I had to... And apparently
I saw you trying to include her, and I appreciate that.
Well, that's the thing. Like, apparently she's the Catan master. And, like...
Is she?
Yeah, like, the silent master. Like, not very showy
not
or
with
proud.
4 people
but,
on
like,
the team.
I would, like, kind of, like, lean over to talk to her. And then, like... When I did talk to her, she had incredibly strong opinions. Like, no, you're not doing that. Like, or like no,
she was
go
just
right there.
silently fuming on the mismanaged
I'll be honest.
game.
Exactly.
Boss Steve confidently placed some settlements that I don't know paid out especially later in the game.
Yeah, he was.
He had some strategies.
He was definitely a bit of a bullshit artist, I gotta say. Fun, cool guy though. I liked sitting next to him. I liked talking to him.
Fun boss.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That might be the first time I've directly talked about my boss on this podcast, but all good things.
At least it's good. Yeah.
Steve, we love you.
So do you guys ever, like, with your coworkers go out, like, drinking and stuff?
Yeah, we go to Flint's.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's where I think we met that first time.
Yeah, we go once in a while.
Me, Steve, and Evan popped by
but,
there
like,
for a couple
do you
years
go out
ago.
and, like, get drunk with your coworkers?
I have not.
I brought Ben to the New Year's party at Max Sicard's in Boston.
That's a bold choice.
And he is still talking to the girl that he met there.
Oh, good for them, dude. That makes me so happy.
She's down in New Haven, so if he goes to UConn Med School, too, I think that might be, like, a little thing that started, which is...
that'd be cool.
Right? Kind of neat.
He's totally going to go there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, he's so excited
We got another UConn. Hell yeah.
Dude, I love New Haven.
New Haven I like. Does not.
Really?
I don't like New Haven all that much.
New Haven's got food and music and a decent nightlife if you know where you're going.
I just grew up right next to it. I got sick of it.
Oh, I guess that's fair. But, like, so last weekend, Zane and our friend she plays on this rugby team, like, for New Haven. And
Adult sports sounds so
they
fun.
were having a fundraiser at this brewery. And so this was definitely part of the reason it was a good night. Because for $20 to get in, you got unlimited beer and unlimited food.
Well, that's a good deal.
Yeah, I don't know how they made any money off of it, but I guess they did. And then afterwards, we went to a barcade, which I'd never been to.
Barcades are fun,
dude. Yeah, it was a great time. We played some Time Crisis. We played some Mario Bros. And then, like, other times I go to New Haven, it's like either bar or I went to this, like, concert recently.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You
Yeah,
ever go to Toad's Place?
Yes. Wait, Zane, when we saw the front bottoms, was that at Toads?
That was at College Street Music Hall.
Yeah,
And that's a New Haven story also worth telling.
Never been to Toads. Oh, God.
I don't know if you've told that on the podcast, but that's a fun one.
Yeah, so it was my birthday.
2018.
Yeah, and so Zane had bought me these tickets to the front bottoms. I don't know if you know them. They're a band that we're really into, and so I was like,
very angsty
awesome.
For fun.
Yeah, like pop punk kind of, like DIY pop punk. But
is their name a joke? Is it like front butt or what?
Front bottoms,
I'm not
I think.
quite sure what it means. I guess so.
I think a lady's front bottom might be a euphemism for a lady's front bottom.
Yeah, that's very. Yeah, I guess I never put that together. But so anyway, we're going there, right? And so Zane's being a good friend. He's driving me. I'm like downing this like Four Loko in the car, Four Loko Frost specifically.
As one does.
Exactly. And so then we get there, whatever. We smoke a little bit, and so we're hanging in the concert. We see the two headliners. The front bottoms come out, and then partway through their set, all of a sudden, you know how like when you stand up too fast, you get a little bit of tunnel vision.
Yeah.
So I start getting this like tunnel vision, and it is like just not going away. Like I'm trying to like whatever, like be up and stuff, and I'm just like, Zane, I need you to get me some water. So he's like, yeah, no problem, I got you. So he goes out of the crowd, goes back to the bar, starts getting us water. And so as I'm watching the front bottoms play, this tunnel vision gets more and more narrow. Yeah. Like, and I'm just like, oh God, this isn't good. So I like turn around to like walk out of the crowd, and all I see are just like kind of like fuzzy heads. I was like, there's no way I can navigate this crowd right now. And even though I've been on these substances, I felt very sober and rational at the time. So then I go back to where I'm standing, and I try to like text Zane like, yo, I need you to come back as soon as possible. But I'm like, oh God, I really can't see the screen on my phone right now, like well enough to type out a message. So I'm like, you know what?
Scary.
Yeah, I was strangely calm. So I'm just like, you know what?
Blood flow.
Yeah, I guess. I'm like, Zane will be back like any minute now. I'll just like, we were up against the railing. So I like sat on the railing, and I was just like, I'll just wait till he gets here. And so I'm watching the band as my tunnel vision gets more and more narrow to the point where my eyes are open and I see complete blackness.
That's really scary.
Yeah, and I'm trying to like blink and stuff, and like nothing's getting like reset. So I just like, I sit against this rail.
Little did you know you'd wandered into the coat closet.
So I wish you that's all that happened. And so I'm just like, you know what? I'm on this rail. Like, I'm pretty stable right now. Zane will be back any minute. Like even sooner than last time I said that. So I'll just sit here. So eventually that's what happens. I'm just like blind listening to the band. And then I hear Zane come back, and he's like, oh, here's your water. I go to grab it, immediately slips out of my hands. I put my hand on Zane's shoulder. I'm just like, dude, you got to get me out of here.
Bring it into the light, son. Where are you?
I'm not much longer for this world.
I'm just blind now. That's just that. That's how my life is.
So Zane's like, all right, I got you. I put my hand on his shoulder. We start walking out. Next thing I know, like snap of fingers, I am being bear hugged by Zane and being like pulled up the stairs. Like, thank God he's like a pretty big dude.
Because you're a bigger dude.
Yeah, because like anyone smaller probably would have been fucked. And he's just like, and I'm like, oh, I got this. I'm good. And so he starts walking up. I have my hand on it again. I walk up the stairs. He props me up against the back wall. And unbeknownst to me, in that snap of a fingers, I had like fallen down, like totally just like hit the floor. Zane clears an area.
Points
like,
at someone, called an ambulance.
Yeah,
I think she was out of her mind and didn't.
Yeah, just random stranger just like points at her. And like, he's like, all right, I guess I got to handle this. Just scoops me up in his arms and starts dragging me up the stairs.
Then the punchline.
Is this before or after your spinal injury, Zane?
This was before the surgery, but I'm pretty sure I was injured.
Okay, I'm just wondering how impactful this event might be.
Don't worry, Steve. No blame on you.
I'm sure it didn't help. You had definitely been complaining about back stuff at that time, at least.
You gotta learn the fireman's carry, Zane. You gotta live with your legs. God.
The highlight of it is we're against the back wall, so you come out of the amphitheater area, and there's the bar facing the same direction as the stage, and the back wall. So we're leaning against that. He's getting it back. I give him my cup of water, and he's starting to sip. Apparently, I thought he was coming back to normal. He still couldn't see at this point.
I could see, I was regaining my vision. I was in the process, but yeah, I could see with very little fidelity at all.
But he goes, dude, I can't believe I just blacked out. Right as a security guard walks past us, stops, turns, goes, did you just say you blacked out?
And I look this man dead in the face, which I cannot see, and I just say, what? No. And he's like, oh, sorry. And just continues on his way.
Had a brief and crucial moment of clarity.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. The whole time I was never I never felt mentally fucked up.
And
You just
that was
kind
the
of
time, like,
briefly
in,
lost control.
Yeah, something
of
just
your
snapped.
senses.
Yeah, something about.
that was in senior year of college, so A4 Loco wasn't exactly kryptonite to you.
I've definitely never had Four Loko Frost ever since.
Wait, that was all you had was Four Loko?
One
I had
can.
a Four Loko. Yeah. Well, also we had smoked, but yeah.
That part too.
Yeah. Yeah.
The combination that particular night, just frost.
Yeah, it just like unclicked something in my brain, I guess.
Your eyes, I think.
Yeah. Maybe I almost had a stroke, who knows?
Well, Danny had the stroke. You can't be infringing on his territory.
Just a loss of blood flow to the brain.
But that was New Haven, and he loves it.
Yeah. That was like my first time in New Haven. But then like the rest of the night we went out drinking more. We went to McLaren's.
Mel had her birthday.
Yeah.
I went to McLaren's.
Yeah, McLaren's. That's pretty much the only place I ever end up going in West Hartford.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's a fun area.
Yeah.
West Hartford. Ben will have a
I
good
really
time.
like West Hartford.
Yeah, it's cool.
And then I really don't like regular Hartford.
Me neither.
New Haven beats Hartford at
New Haven's
least.
got good pizza. West Hartford's a fun town.
And Hartford is
Oh, yeah,
not
that's
worth
2 cents.
mentioning.
You drive through Hartford. That's about it.
Yeah.
That does happen sometimes. That's about all. So, are you native to Connecticut? Were you there like whole life up until Mass?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, born in New Haven, actually. Grew up in Brantford, which is right up the road from New Haven. Went to UConn, moved to Mass. That's my life.
And now you're partying it up in Quincy.
I am. I'm enjoying it.
That's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, I grew
You were
up in
Jersey
Jersey
the whole time, right?
Yeah, Jersey until college, and then Connecticut just stuck for me, I guess, for better or for worse.
I feel like I have a skewed view because of the whole military upbringing, but what's like the percentage of people that normally, at least through high school, like grow up in one town? I feel like it's way
Most.
less.
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely most.
I definitely didn't cut it that way. I figured most people moved at least a couple times, even if it was
Within
like
a town, maybe.
even within that's crazy because moving within a town always blew my mind. And although it makes sense if you have all your roots there and it's just a better housing situation, it never made sense to me because every time we moved, it was literally like 3,000 miles away. So a move to me was always like, yeah, you're picking up states, you're getting new friends, everything is going. And moving across town or down the street, whoa, people do that?
I did that. I moved to the other side of town at one point in middle school.
Across the tracks? Moved up?
Basically, yeah. I moved laterally. They're the same. but
There were
house.
tracks.
Yeah.
I've done a few moves that were like 5 minutes away. I've done, I think, 2 or 3 of those in Brantford.
Yeah, this one was like
That's
10
crazy.
minutes away.
Yeah,
It's not fun.
it's just move everything.
You gotta get all your shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I loved moving. Packing sucked a lot, especially because I had a ton of stuff and I wasn't like a tidy kid for the most part. But I loved moving. I thought it was so fun when you're picking a new room and like setting all your stuff out and filling it up with your stuff.
Finding all the pets that died behind the bed.
Luckily, not
How many were there?
Most of ours
Well, I
died
had
in
some
front.
hermit crabs, you know.
Okay. And they went all the way behind the bed.
They were free range.
Well, I
hermit
wanted to
crabs.
play with them. Like, I was a
Oh.
kid, and I had hermit crabs in a little tank, and I wanted to not just fucking look at them.
Yeah, of course.
So I wanted to play with them, and then they pinched me, so I left the room.
As a pun, you have a timeout.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
And
get a
then they
fucking, I'm
died.
gonna go get a juice box while you count down.
While you think about what you've done.
Mr. Snippers.
Yeah, and then, you
What were
know,
your hermit crabs' names?
Speedy and baseball.
Nice.
Yeah, those are good names for hermit crabs.
Speedy especially.
I
That's
got them at the mall.
Of course.
kiosk.
Where else do you get hermit crabs?
Yeah, they made it all.
Other than maybe a carnival or a boardwalk.
Or
Which is just outdoor mall.
Yeah,
yeah, like the beach.
That's free.
yeah, true. Oh, you got a wild one, not a domesticated hermit crab.
We used to go ghost crabbing on the beach in Virginia.
Fuck is ghost crabbing?
Well, let me fucking tell you.
You can look for dead crabs.
Is it like ghost hunters, but for crabs?
No, it actually is real. But
Ghost crab.
if you have flashlights and you go out after dark to the beach, my dad lived for a little bit of time, like in a condo on the street, parallel and adjacent to the street that ran along the beach. Like on that row of houses, their backyard was sand. So we were like 4 houses in. Not bad. And if you went out after dark, there were all these little nighttime only crabs that were almost translucent, but they kind of glowed under a light. So you would be running around the beach trying to catch these little like 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inch crabs in a bucket with sand. And it was real fun, but we catch and release. We didn't hide them under our bed.
And the beach is haunted?
With all
I
the
think
crabs
that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I was. It's not quite ghostly enough.
Dude, that beach was a lot of fun. We used to go down there with an entire bag of bread and just ball it up and throw it to seagulls and get a whole hurricane of them swirling above
I'm the
you.
Bird King.
There was that hurricane when we were in middle school, and we were at my dad's for it. And he said that he would get me a $60 new video game if I swam out 100 feet during the hurricane and went underwater for 5 seconds.
Dad was trying to kill you.
I think so. But then my brother said, will you get me a game? And he goes, no, you're dumb enough to do it. I'll get you a pack of gum. And to his credit, actually, I did swim out in that hurricane, submerged myself, and got Soul Calibur 4 later that day.
There you go.
Solid trade.
Man of his word.
Worthwhile. The beach is fun. I can't imagine living in a landlocked state either.
Me neither.
I've always been on the coast.
Do you count states by the Great Lakes as landlocked?
I mean, they're pretty
I haven't
fucking great, aren't
experienced.
they?
They're big as hell.
Yeah.
I think
They
they
get
even have
waves.
like waves. Yeah.
The big fucking
Can you surf on it?
board.
Then it's fine.
I doubt you can surf.
Not that I would.
That's the criteria.
No, I'm just using that as a bar for ocean or not.
Like if there is sand and sun and
There's lakes in New Hampshire like that.
It's
but
not
that's
landlocked. It's not. The Great Lakes are not land.
fair enough.
Yeah.
And it covers like a border. It's not contained within
You
the
say
state.
that, but then how big does a lake have to be? New Jersey has New Jersey's not landlocked, but there's like
So how many
Utah
people-
has lakes.
How many
Salt
people
Lake.
drowned in it?
Is that the criteria?
Is it a
for how
ghost
big it
lake?
has to be?
Do they have ghosts too?
Fair.
Yeah.
That would work.
How many souls has it taken to become an ocean that can unlandlock a state? It's a good question.
Yeah, we got to get this. We got to unlandlock this state. We got to drown some people. We got to drown some people in this puddle.
No, I don't live in a landlocked state. Give me 2 months. I'll unlandlock us.
Just like Catan, just start chucking sheep off the side until
Yeah,
you
exactly.
satisfy your quota.
I picture some just crazy man throwing sheep off a cliff, and
I need bricks!
we're talking about one of the ports in Settlers of Catan where you can trade sheep for whatever.
Yeah.
Including rocks, which we all know is far more rare a commodity than sheep.
The classic sheep for rock gambit.
A tale as old as time, one would say.
Steve, do you have any of your incredible would you rathers? That's become almost a recurring thing on
What,
this
me?
podcast. You, Steve, sorry. Two Steves.
Um,
You come up with some brilliant ones at work, and occasionally I've brought them to the podcast, but we've liked Would You Rather a lot. And at this point, I really am just continuing on about it to give you a bit of time to think, but I'd love it if you cut in with something real witty.
all right. I'm not used to being asked to perform under pressure, but here's one off the top of my head. Would you rather swap your knees and elbows?
Or... You mean all these? All these or all elbows?
Yes, that's the would you rather. Would you rather have elbow joints where your knees are, or knee joints where your elbows
Does that mean that they're bending the opposite way, or that you'd have a kneecap on your elbow?
It's gotta be
You get the
knees
kneecap.
for elbows.
Yeah?
It's gotta be.
But think, the knee is the most injured part of the body.
That's
because
because
you're
it's supporting
on it.
Yeah.
I feel like that would give you
I feel
really
like if-
great arms.
My elbows, if my knees are this like big and strong and get hurt all the time, I can only imagine the hell my elbows would go through in the same position.
Ooh, that's true. I don't really want to be in a wheelchair. Unless it means your legs bend backwards, which would be kind of neat looking.
I really
It would break the first time. You can bend them backwards, it's just not advised.
No, I'm imagining elbow knees that go
All
that
right,
way.
would
Like-
you rather have opposable toes or not?
Of course I will. Oh, wow, shoes are hard.
Yeah.
That's actually...
How, wait, what
That
do you mean by
hits deep.
opposed? Like
Okay. You know what? Not opposable toes. Would you rather have it so that there's just hands where your feet are?
Or not.
Or not?
So there's a lot of real inconvenience, but a lot of cool stuff. I feel
Yeah.
like that's a marketable trait.
I think it's a similar issue in the way that my hands would just break.
I feel like handshakes would change.
You think so?
If you had hands on your feet.
Yeah.
But
But
everyone
up
else
top
is the
hands
same.
are fine.
Huh?
Up
So-
top
yeah,
hands are
you're-
fine.
Well, I'd rather shake with my feet.
Just because you can.
Well, I don't want to touch someone's hand. You wipe your ass with that.
That's true.
If you have basically an expendable foot hand.
Would you?
Exactly.
Could you learn to wipe your ass with your foot hand?
I don't think you need elbows.
Maybe you
for
need
knees.
elbows. Yeah. You should be able to reach your...
Wait, go back! I want both.
Just swap them. You'd have arms from the hips down and legs from the shoulders out.
I don't want knee elbows anymore. I want elbow knees.
So I can wipe my ass with my hand feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, the future of genetic engineering is soon.
Would you rather make it so you never shit again or not?
Yeah, I would make it.
You don't enjoy the little quiet time you have when you go down?
I love the idea of efficiency.
You make sure you take the big
Yeah,
handicaps
But those
off.
paid
It's
toilet
nice and-
breaks, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still fake it. I do. Not.
No, everyone
And
knows.
so-
Everyone knows that you're faking it. You can't go for bathroom breaks.
It's highly publicized that you are the shitless.
Yeah. You're famous for it.
Oh, man.
But
It's like how everyone in North Korea thinks Kim Jong-un doesn't take a shit.
wow.
So basically, I'm a god in
They
Korea.
think he doesn't, like the rest of us, have a shirt off shit every now and then.
And does he?
Ooh, a shirt off
he
shit
does.
is nice.
Everyone does.
The full nude shit. Oh, talk about connecting with nature.
The kind where you have to like really rest your head on your...
Yeah, you
on
start
your-
sweating a little bit.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
I'm looking for deep red
jeez.
ovals on my knees.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're breathing heavy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get, but and I agree that I feel like for
Practicality of not
me,
shitting though.
and I've been lucky in this regard. Shitting has never been like an issue for me. Like I know some people who it hits them like a sack of bricks. Like I gotta go.
I can't do nothing else today.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a movement.
Clear my schedule.
Yeah. Like, oh god, it's coming. Oh god, it's here.
Oh Lord, it's coming.
Yeah. That's
So-
never been a big thing for me.
So you would still shit?
I
I feel like I would opt to not shit.
Yeah, you'd opt out of shitting?
I think
You'd opt,
on,
you'd opt into the shitless beta?
on the whole.
yeah.
I want this patch now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would just because
Where does your food go then?
Oh come on! Now we have to think of an answer.
I gotta think of one.
you just puke a lot.
Regurgitate it.
It just all turns to urine.
You have to
I feel
puke
like.
it out like an owl.
You gotta sweat it out.
Oh, okay.
Sweat.
Give me the shitting then. Did I already sign this contract? I want to be sweating out
Nature,
shit.
when you consider the alternatives, nature has a pretty elegant solution.
Wait, yeah. Would you rather never have to shit again or just be really sweaty, like sweatier than you are now?
Like you're constantly greasy?
Oh, dude.
Not constantly, because I'd rather just.
Like your flash points lower.
But like, yeah, just like when it gets just like a little bit hot, like anytime when
Fuck
it's like,
that.
yeah,
Fuck that.
I feel like I'd just
I hate
keep
that.
shitting.
I'd keep shitting.
Yeah, my sweat's already bad enough.
We could also bring up some of the all-star would you rathers to hit Steve with.
One
Some
of
of our
those.
favorite.
Oh, I'm blanking.
Well, the most important one. We spent probably 10 minutes of
Oh,
one of our
right.
early episodes on
Do they
this.
rhyme? The
No.
best would you rather's rhyme, you know.
Well, I'll work on that. I'll reword it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, make it rhyme right now. Go improv.
would you rather have no dicks or 5 dick?
Where are they?
That's the question.
Yeah, you can have 5 and you
Do
can
I
place
get
them
to
wherever
choose?
you want. Yeah.
This is what we spent 10 minutes discussing because off the bat we're like 5.
5
Just-
dicks.
Just give me extra. Don't take the one I've got.
Yeah, man.
so
Then
where
it's
are
a
they going?
practicality.
Can I put them end to end?
And holy shit.
I have a friend who said the same thing. Is that the best way to do it?
Well,
do you
one
think?
goes out, and then I can have the rest coming up perpendicular, so it's like a helicopter.
And the thing that you have to remember
Then you
is
can
that
truly helicopter.
they all
one
have
functional-
heads still.
Huh?
Head still. So it'd be
If I
it'd
take
be
a
human
piss, does it
centipede
come out
but
of
with
all of them,
dicks.
or what?
I think one
You can choose. I'll say you can
Ooh.
choose.
The urine
Wait,
question didn't
like
even come
I can
up.
choose, and I can change it? Like, I can choose which one I'm peeing on?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like flexing a certain muscle. Like if I flex my finger
But
dick,
one-
that'll go. If I
one
flex
functional
my knee
scrotum.
dick, that one will go.
One
One-
functional
one
scrotum.
scrot?
Same,
Yeah,
same
Single
spot.
scrote.
Yeah, single
Soul
scrotum.
scroting.
Isoscrote. All right. So what was it with the end-to-end thing that you said?
It's going
Do
to
you
look
think-
pretty Frankenstein-y.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
You'll also have
it might be prehensile.
13 inches, and that's way too much.
it's all joints, so it's you can curl and pick things up like an elephant's tusk.
Yeah, it's Can it be prehensile? Like, you can control, if you get a little bit of a chub, you can
You get
control
the same amount of up down, but
Okay.
5 down. So you could probably get a solid flop, but not much function past that.
Yeah, I still want 5 dicks.
End to end though, or
Well, I would think a little bit about where I place them. End to
think-
end is an option.
I think I ended up saying bandolier style, like across my waist. Because you could flip it up and do the waistband
There's
trick.
a real
if you need.
dude who was on Reddit who was 2 dicks.
Yes.
Double dick dude.
Double dick dude. That was
Is that
one of
his
the,
Reddit username?
Yeah.
God
Dude,
damn.
that was one of the
pictures.
sickest AMAs I've ever seen.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, a lot of fetish girls really like it, but I really can't get off too easily.
Yeah.
It's kind of more trouble than these dicks are worth."
Yeah.
Does he have to go with double penetration?
Well,
No.
unfortunately, they're side by side and not up and down. So he
Fucking turn someone. Solve a problem.
This is a conversation, not a lecture.
You got 2 Lego pieces and they're not fitting one direction. Fucking rotate.
Can I have them surgically removed after?
No.
No, obviously.
That one's an
not.
important.
Are they all the exact same size as my current?
Yes.
Yeah, clones. Control C,
If
Control
I get
V.
one hard, do they all get hard?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Whoa, you gotta agree on
That's
that.
an arousal. All the dicks go
I
up.
would say
Well-
if you're mentally aroused, yeah, but if you're like just rubbing on one, only that one will get hard.
That's an interesting party trick.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that makes
That's fine.
sense.
It might start leaching to the others, but primarily
Because that'll start getting you mentally aroused, but like, yeah, they are technically
there's a clinical
separate.
approach to this type of question.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do a configuration. 2 of them side by side.
Standard spot.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And the next 2 end to end with those 2.
Okay, you have one
So
more.
I have 2 like pretty long dicks.
Yeah.
End to end.
And then where's the last one going?
Up top.
Up top,
Right above them.
Oh, so it's like,
like the rabbit vibrator. You got the.
Yeah.
I see.
If someone can take 4 at once, then maybe you can jab away with
Actually,
that.
below. You know what? Below.
Below.
Yeah.
In case you get the deep.
I want to do the shocker, not the showstopper.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like,
You know about the distinction, right, Zane?
I imagine it's just flip the order.
This is the shocker. This is the shocker, and then
You got this.
this is the hold on. How many fingers do I have?
This is the shocker. This is the showstopper. You got this, buddy.
Yes, that's the showstopper.
Stuck the landing.
our audio listeners are gonna love this visual.
Everyone just
Imagine you
shocker
have
and
the
the
shocker up
showstopper.
with your ring finger pressed down by your thumb, and then switch the ring finger with the middle finger, and that's all he was trying to do.
It's just about where the 1 and 2 go.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
swap it.
If you're going to flick someone with your middle finger, same deal.
Oh man.
I'm sure that everyone could follow that along. Okay, so 2 above, 2 end to end, and then 1 below it.
Yeah,
It's not bad. Not bad.
That's
pretty
novel.
on the fly too.
That's a novel contribution. I like that.
So I'm curious, when you think of these would you rather's, because Zane talks about them a decent amount, are they usually off the top of your head, or are
Not
they
mine.
prepared?
Yeah,
It's
dude.
usually off the top of my
They
head.
just come to you.
It's usually when I'm really
Would you rather have 90% of the
Tired.
mass in your feet?
yeah. I like that one.
What was the other option?
I don't fucking know.
Head, right? 90% of your mass in your feet or 90% of your mass in your head?
It's usually just body horror stuff.
That does seem to
Would
be
you
the
rather
thing.
have a foot longer leg or a foot shorter arm was one?
Yeah, or be stretched out twice as long vertically, or be squished down twice as much, and like just stretch out horizontally. You know.
Wait, horizontally?
So
Repeat
it's like you take a picture of yourself,
Yeah,
put it
and
into
you
Word.
stretch it.
It's like you grab the top little peg and you pull it twice as long upwards.
Okay.
So you'd be
Stretching out, and
you'd be
you're like
13 feet tall,
You're a
Steve.
thin
Oh,
bone, slender man,
Yeah.
or you squish it down.
Oh, okay.
So you'd be
You'd be a
3
little
feet
stout
2
chode man.
3 feet 2.
or
Chode boy.
12 foot 10.
Dude, 12 foot.
Same mass.
I'd say the shorter one.
It's at least livable.
Yeah, right? Like, I'd be like.
You're so massful.
I'd be so
dense.
wide at that, like, I'd be so wide at
Dense.
that.
You'd be the Keanu Reeves child meme.
Yeah, exactly.
That would have been a good analogy to get your point across.
Oh, man.
I want to know about the mass, head or feet? 90%. The dense feet have come up in a lot of
Feet.
conversations since.
Feet. It's gotta be feet. Definitely. Well, I guess I could get like a neck brace, but I'd be so top heavy, I'd be like falling all over the place. I feel like if a hard wind hit me, like too much in one direction, I would lose control probably. The feet, I could be in a wheelchair.
Consign yourself to that
Yeah,
just for
will.
dense feet?
Think of your kicks, though. You could kick in a door like nothing.
I mean, not like nothing, because it'd be
knock
so
you
hard to
over, though.
move your
Yeah.
leg.
All your center of gravity is real low.
Right
at that
above
point.
your ankle.
Yeah.
You're essentially one of those little
Weebles
punching-
wobble,
one
but
of
they
those
don't
little
fall
punching
down.
bags full of sand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Imagine you're
Snap back
wrestling.
up. Yeah.
Oh god! Again, it would be hard to wrestle because I couldn't move my feet.
Wait, you're
That's
both
so important.
You're both bearded engineering Steves, now with 3D printers, and you both wrestled.
Oh, you wrestled?
I did in high school.
Oh hell yeah, dude! What weight class?
Like 120.
Oh nice, damn! You bulked up.
Huh?
You bulked up since 120.
Oh, barely.
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 Oh nice.
Alright. I just thought of another hypothetical.
Oh,
Go
let's
shoot.
hit us with it.
Would you rather be able to be rendered completely mute, you can't say anything, or be only able to say the N-word?
Wow.
Mute.
Huh?
Mute.
Mute?
Mute. The effort it would take to explain that that's the only word in your vocabulary, using only that word.
But if you're ever in trouble and you need help, you can't yell.
I think you're only going to get in more trouble if you just start screaming.
You need something that cuts through and grabs people's
Yeah,
attention.
that's true.
What do you pick, Steve? Nothing ever again? You can never tell anyone you love them? Or you have to just convey...
Nigel. Not great in an emergency situation.
Oh, dude. I mean,
I'm
think
taking the semi-Keller on this one.
that speech thing could be explained as a mental disorder.
For sure.
Like some extreme form of Tourette's or something.
You have to hand out those little business cards that says, hello, I have a disorder. I can only say the N-word.
And many people wouldn't believe you, and it'd be really tough. And maybe you just wouldn't
I have a rare
speak,
form of Tourette's.
and like you would just almost never speak, and I would be like conditioned not to speak unless
But
it was an emergency.
The comedic effect you could drop on a situation when you finally do speak.
Yeah.
It might be worth. That's like playing with DDD. I'm going to get punched around the whole match, but if I land that hammer 2 times, that might be all it takes.
I feel like that's just one tool that used sparingly would make it worth having over not being able to say anything ever.
Yeah, no one's forcing you to say it, Zane.
Yeah, come on.
If I
dude.
stub my toe and I can nail nothing, that's fine. But if I stub my toe and the only sound I can make is Nigel! I don't know that that's a better solution. I think I might, out of excitement or high energy, exclaim something without thinking more often than it would behoove me to just be silent.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take the mute on this one.
All right.
What do you think, Steve?
Oh.
Reverse.
Yeah, I'd rather be able to have the option of saying something, for sure.
All right, the Steves are in agreement.
We're
And
racists.
they're racist. God damn it, you beat me to the punchline.